Good morning, children. Today I am going to start your new chapter, The Cherry Tree, written by Ruskin Bond. You can see the picture of Mr. Ruskin Bond at the end of your chapter. Ruskin Bond was born in Kasoli in India in 1934. Now he lives in Missouri. At the age of 21, his first book was published. His other famous writings are Rusty Adventure, The Panther's Moon, The Night Train at Deoli, and Our Trees Still Grow at Dehra. Now open the page number 31. Let us start the chapter. This story is about a 6 years old boy Rakesh who lives with his grandfather in Missouri. Here in the story we see the writer was a great lover of nature. Here in the story, Rakesh and his grandfather planted a cherry seed and how they took care of the cherry seedling which was grown into a large cherry tree. The story started with Rakesh when he was about 6 years old, was walking to home from the Missouri Bazaar eating cherries. The cherries were little sweet, little sour, small and are of bright red color which had come all from the Kashmir valley. The area where Rakesh lived was the rocky areas of Himalayas and cold winds from the Himalaya ranges prevent the growth of most plants. Only oak and deodar forest were found in this area, down the slope of the mountains. Rakesh lived with his grandfather on the outer boundaries of Missouri, where the forest area started. His grandfather was a retired forest ranger. He had built his little house in the outer boundary of Missouri. Rakesh bought the cherries as he was returning from the school to his house. He paid 50 paisa to the fruit seller for the bunch of cherries. On the way, he ate all the cherries except 3 left when he reached the house. He offered a cherry to his grandfather who was in the garden. Grandfather took 1 cherry and 2 left with Rakesh. He ate the remaining 2 cherries immediately. Now page number 31. He kept the last seed in his mouth for some time and after eating the fleshy part of the cherry, only the seed left. He examined the seed and asked his grandfather, "Are the cherry seeds lucky?" Grandfather replied, "Yes, they are lucky when you plant the cherry seed." So Rakesh took the seed and as per grandfather advice pressed the seed in the soft shady corner of the garden. Then he had his lunch and went to play cricket with his friends and forgot all about the cherry seed. Then time began to pass and the winter came. The cold wind blew from the Himalayas and shaking the deodar forests and the garden. The trees and plants began dry and started falling their leaves. In the evening of winter, grandfather and Rakesh sat beside the fire. His grandfather told him interesting stories about people who turned into animals. As grandfather was an old person, his eyesight was rather weak, so Rakesh helped him by reading the newspaper. But he felt very boring by reading this newspaper, but he did so too eager to listen the interesting stories told by his grandfather. Then time passed away and the spring season came. The wild migrated ducks returned back to Siberia. One morning, he saw the flock of duckbirds flying in a V-shaped, making sounds all over the valley. One day, when Rakesh was in the garden, he was surprised to see his cherry seed was grown into a small plant. He ran to his grandfather and informed him about the seedling of the cherry plant. Now the page number 32. Grandfather also had forgotten about the cherry seed. It was about 4 inches in height. He advised Rakesh to take care of the plant and water it regularly. Rakesh ran into the house and came back with a bucket of water. He sprinkled some water to the cherry plant and made a circle with stone pebbles. In the meantime, when he was always mourning at the cherry plant, he realized that the plant was not growing. So he stopped looking at it regularly. And then he looked at the plant after a week or second and found it was growing at least 1 inch in height. Then time passed and came the rainy season. Rakesh found ferns grown from the trunk of the trees. Lilies came up in the long grass and the cherry tree grew quickly in this rainy season. In the meantime, a goat entered the garden and ate all the leaves of the cherry tree when it was 2 feet long. Only the main stem and 2 thin branches left in the cherry tree. But Rakesh's grandfather told not to fear. It will grow again as the cherry trees are very tough. At the end of the rainy season, new leaves appeared in the cherry tree. But a woman who was cutting the grass cut the cherry tree in 2 halves. This incident made both grandfather and Rakesh very sad, and they thought the cherry tree would die very soon. But the cherry tree did not die. Time passed again. And the time passed and the summer came. New shoots and new green leaves again appeared in the cherry tree. Now Rakesh was became 8 years old and become taller with curly hairs and deep black eyes, which his grandfather told as blackberry eyes. Then once again the monsoon came and Rakesh went home to his own village and helped his father and mother with planting, plowing and sowing. Now he was thinner but stronger. When he returned to his grandfather, he found the cherry tree had grown up to his chest. Now Rakesh started taking care of the cherry tree once again. He even watered the tree in the rainy season also. Many visitors came to visit the cherry tree, like praying mantis, which is small green insect with long front legs and big eyes. It belongs to the grasshopper family. Then came the second visitor, a hairy caterpillar who started to eat the cherry leaves. Rakesh removed it quickly and dropped it on a heap of dry leaves and said to the caterpillar, "Come back when you become the butterfly." Then again came the winter. The cherry tree bent low due to the snowfall in Missouri. The rat of the field looked for the shelter in the roof for their cottage. Due to the snowfall, the road were blocked and they did not get the newspaper, so the grandfather was very much irritated, and that's why his story ends with sad endings. So this is the end of our part 1. I will send you the second part very soon.